It's always a beautiful thing having an intro. It just makes things so much easier.
It's nice, right? A little last minute, little tweaks or whatever to kind of fill the space.
Yeah, exactly. We over here taking a look at articles last minute, checking social media, make sure we ain't miss anything.
Wrapping up pre-production. Well, that's all you do. That's what it gives us the opportunity to do. Kind of wrap up the last little bit of strings.
Yes, sir. Absolutely. Get the cups poured. Make sure the liquid is cold.
The liquid is cold.
Check the audio. Make sure that sounds good too as well.
We're not parched.
If I could bring in us for a second, a little bit closer. Oh, we live, baby. Take a look at the shirt.
Hey, I didn't even peep the shirt.
I went inside, changed real quick. You didn't see that.
Yo, I didn't even see it.
We live,
Clark
baby.
hitting on me, man.
Yeah.
Damn.
took the glasses off, put the S on my chest.
We live, baby.
Absolutely. Real late night vibes. Miko, what's going on with you, baby?
Miko.
Man, Miko had to come in checking his work real quick. Make sure the intro was still there.
Make sure it was good. Y'all still playing it? All right, okay, cool,
Yeah,
fellas.
I bet. There's royalties.
Like
There's royalties. Man, hey, the apparel we're wearing tonight. You with the heart, me, courtesy of our boy Nell. Hey, this Team Heartless.
Yo, Team Heartless, BNY Network. Yo, our little brand is growing.
The conglomerate, baby.
There it is. Little low-key advertising.
I want to do a couple things here, but first I want to get into dude, what a fucking week. How your week been?
Man. You know what? That's crazy. We say this every week, every show, and it's like, what do I fucking say? How was my week? Because I never really think about it until we come into the show. I'm like, damn, what's been going on? Week has been quiet up until had like a whole lot going on. Damn. When I say recent, I mean like within like the last 2 days or whatever, like just shit's going crazy, you know what I'm saying, fam type stuff. But I'm still here, still kicking.
Keep talking. We'll bring us live on TikTok too as well.
Oh, no doubt. And still here, still kicking. So yeah, it's just been like one of those weird weeks where like a whole lot of nothing happened and boom, you just get hit with like a whole bunch of something. So, but other than that though, bro, like my week has just been a pretty average week outside of the excitement that I just experienced. But it's Thursday, tomorrow's Friday. Looking forward to the weekend. Got a few things lined up and planned. Me and Neil been talking about some stuff that we trying to build, trying to get kicked off here. So I'm excited about that because
Can you let the people know about that one?
I've been trying to like keep it low key for real because I want to be able to like roll out with something. But just know that your boy man PG Jakes and man D1 Dev, I got something big coming up. I got something big coming up in the works, man, and by way of fashion and stuff like that. So I ain't gonna dive too much into it, but it's some things in the work, man. Like really, really some things in the work, man. Like I said, me and Neil been talking about this like almost like every other day, honestly. And I'm like, I'm proud. I'm proud of the foundation that I'm setting right now.
Okay.
And like where it's going. And when you dive into a certain field and you decide to strike out on your own, bro, if you're not excited about your potential and what you can or can't do, if you're not excited about that, what are you even doing it for? Mm-hmm. And I'm excited, bro. Like, I'm excited about just being able to know that I got something big coming up for me. It's going to be a game changer. It ain't even got to be a game changer as far as, like, other people and whatever the case is, the market, whomever. It's just a big deal for me. Because it's another step that I'm taking to kind of get myself where I want to be. So this week was like a little bit of that as well, kind of mixed in, talking some business. So I'm excited, man. I'm excited to see like where this all goes. But like you said, what a fucking week, man. That's all we hear.
Like, what a fucking week. You keep that real close to chest. That's very cryptic.
I got to.
So I had to bring in the gray, the black and white for that one.
You never let your left hand know what your right hand doing, baby.
Oh.
you got to keep a little something to your chest, you know what I'm saying? Then gives people something to think about.
Okay, all right, fair enough.
Let them chew on that little bit of information and figure out what it is from there, what they thinking, and we just gonna rock from there when the time comes.
Okay. As for me, my week, God damn it, dude. Today's been a day. Mm-hmm. Actually, the past 2 days. One, obviously, we both live in the local DMV area. We had the tornado warnings, whatnot. Did a little damage in Annapolis. Hopefully they'll recover. From that. Right. As far as me, we were actually I was in a public building in the basement with Jenny and the baby.
Like a tornado.
Yeah, we had stopped to turn in some paperwork for a few things for Jenny, and then next thing you know, we're in the shelter in place in a hardened facility that I didn't think I was going to be at for like an hour. Gigi getting restless too as well. We going back and forth every 3 minutes, just holding her.
A 1-year-old, of course.
Oh my God, dude. So that we had somebody we knew in the building too as well as over there kicking it with us. Today, the tire was all fucked up. Had to change that thing too as well, and change the tire. It is. You gotta change the tire.
It happens.
Yeah, but it's just annoying when it always happens. I couldn't get 10 minutes up the road to get the new one. I had to throw the donut on there. I didn't have a choice, bro.
Got you.
Yeah. But besides that, everything's good to go. Car wise, we're back at it.
Back at cars up, cars good.
Yeah. Shout out to transportation, by the way. One time for transportation.
It's clutch out here when you live in the sticks, my nigga. Like you transportation is necessary when you stay out here when you do. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't get to have the luxury of 2.5 acres. In the corner without the luxury of transportation. So it's definitely a must.
You get stuck out here, you get stuck.
It's a wrap.
Yeah, that's it. You ain't working out. Pop said donut blown up. Nah, the donut was fine. The donut's good. I've had the donut for a while now. I put it on real quick and I go take care of it. What I used to do is I used to drive on a donut.
I was going to ask you, are you one of them motherfuckers that'll ride
I did it before. I used to ride the donut out. That was my younger days though. Now I'm more esteemed in my knowledge.
Yeah, exactly.
I got 4 lives I'm responsible for, including 3 animals.
That's right. Yeah.
I can't just be out here, acting wild. Call your daddy. Nah, pops, you taught me well. I got to call you for this, for things like that. All right.
Dad said, you need a tire change. Call me, son. I got you.
Oh man. So speaking of tires,
speaking of, we're gonna get it.
Oh,
check out the title.
Hey. Hashtag # whatever area you from. Episode 113. Shout out to episode 113, BNY. What a fucking week. Formerly BNY podcast.
Doing numbers.
Yes, sir. Dawn to ties. So it's a little entendre with that one.
Yeah, a little double entendre with that one.
We may get the triple.
We may get the triple.
Hey, we may get the full cycle. Who knows?
Ooh, shit, triple, double, pull them out.
Yes, sir.
Pull them out.
Hey, tonight, this is what we got for y'all. We got Donda. We'll talk about our reaction to that. We'll talk. We got there's a South African man that runs a tie business. But there's a certain kind of ties he's rocking with that I may or may not have been in contact with recently too as well.
Oh,
I need to talk. We got to talk on that, and also we got to talk about a football program or a supposed football program in Ohio that may exist, may not exist.
Hey, look, I ain't mad. I'm gonna tell you right now, I ain't mad at it, but I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait till we get there. But I'm a little precursor. I ain't mad at him.
Little Easter egg.
I ain't mad at him at all. Not at all. Shout out to the coach.
Oh my God.
The program.
Is he still the coach? I don't know. I guess we'll see. Hey, Dev, I'm put the camera. Mic check, mic check, mic check. Yeah, we back in there. Hey, shout out to Jeremy.
Appreciate you, Jeremy. My boy Jeremy, man.
Jeremy, one time for you. Hey, round of applause for Jeremy.
Yo, clutch performer of the year right there. That was
God
wild.
damn. Yeah.
That was crazy.
Yeah, so this bar right here, let's take a look at that to make sure that doesn't happen again. I don't know why that went down. As soon as we officially went live on TikTok too as well. All right. Yeah, like you didn't hear what we said there, but
right.
This is right after Dev gave me praise for all things audio and everything sound great. He's good engineer. I'm like sitting here, round of applause, all that nonsense too as well. And then
target neutralized.
That thing went out. God damn it!
Hey yo,
man.
Look, it's no slight to you. That was just random as hell. Bro, I need you to get your shit together. Man. Get your shit together. All right, man. Get the audios. You're the engineer, bro. I just gave you all this praise.
Hey, speaking of audios and engineers, let's talk about some albums.
Let's talk. Hey, look, Jeremy Reynolds. I know he's still there. We about to talk about this album, baby, because he had something to say about this too, though. He was a defender
of
the album.
A defender of Donda.
He was.
That Kanye West. So, real quick, and I want to get your thoughts before you get into the album too as well. Oh, by the way, Will Bowser podcast last week, 112, fantastic, great family on YouTube, BNY Network. Go check it out. Kanye West. What is your overall opinion of his catalog? And I'm gonna go check on this other camera over here too as well.
Okay. It's one of the greatest catalogs in music, hip hop history. Straight up, plain and simple. The dude is a genius. I don't really see how people can deny that, like his talent and his genius. I was a detractor at one point because I felt like he was a little too full of himself. But you know what, bro? Like,
what's going on TikTok? All right, keep going.
Like when you really like look at his body of work, it's undeniable, like the impact that he's had and just how good his music is. Album after album. I believe on every single album he's put out, there's at least one or two songs that people can say that they like. Even if you don't like the entire album, you can't say that you can listen to an entire Kanye album and say, I ain't like not one track on there. That's a lie, bro. It's just not true because he has an ear for music. He has an ear for talent. And the dude is just great at what he does. And I know a lot of people might not agree with this, man, but Donda is here. It's the new dawn. Like, it's the new dawn of hip hop at this point. He has set the bar with the release, the rollout, marketing. He set the bar extremely high. And you don't get to that point without being good, being great at what you do. Look, it's undeniable at this point, bro. He's a GOAT. He's one of the GOATs. If you ever doubted it before, just look at the last year leading up to this. Awesome, man.
As far as this catalog, we get to the actual album. I mean, that's one of the greatest catalogs of hip hop history. It's not just the albums too, as well as the production.
Oh yeah.
The Kanye features. I mean, the man's had his imprint, his thumbprint on hip hop since the moment he came in.
Yep.
Even giving birth to a lot of artists that may not have had careers if it wasn't for Ye. And I ain't talking artists on his label either.
No,
I'm showing just artists that have that
yeah.
that kind of same sound. Don't forget, yeah, he's still a college dropout. I found a creative way to rhyme without using nines and guns. Because before that, it was all gun talk. How gangsta are you? Mm-hmm. You know, how grimy can you get?
The drug game.
Where you from?
All of that stuff.
Yeah. How'd you grow up? All that shit.
He opened a door.
This man came out wearing pink polos and book bags.
That was that was a whole generational thing right there. That was like a good 3-4 year span where everyone, even now, like these young kids don't even know where like wearing like the fashionable book bags came from. Like not just your going to school book bag, but these young cats are still wearing book bags like just as a fashion trend, and they don't even know where it came from. He started it, bro.
Oh, another thing too is fashion. The man Kanye started dressing different. Yeah, before that, it was all baggy jeans. Everybody looking like Cameron. The oversized hats.
Pink polos and pink furs with the headbands and
the Band-Aid.
Oh, not Nelly. Not Nelly.
Hey, hey, it was a look at a time, but Kanye, the shoes too as well.
Yeezys.
The Yeezys, they go crazy for Yeezys like they Jordans. Or they go crazy for Jordans like they Yeezys.
Ooh, now that's blasphemy. But I see where you're going, but that's blasphemy, bro. We're not going to, there's no comparison when it comes to the Jordan brand as far as shoes in general.
But regardless, though, the man's imprint is everywhere.
Is that
music, rapping, production,
it's undeniable.
fashion, dude. It created new artists. Like I said. The man brought you Travis Scott. Let's not forget that.
Travis Scott, come on now. Even Juice WRLD gives him some credit. Okay, my favorite, Kid Cudi. I mean, come on, man. Like he gave birth to like these new rappers that's not afraid to just rap about whatever they got going on, like a more personal take.
Created a safe space for a different kind of artist.
Exactly.
Possibly Drake.
Absolutely, Drake. Come on,
we're gonna talk a little about that. All right, let's get to it. Let's get with it.
Let's talk about it. Let's talk about the album.
Donda, what do you first put it on? What are your thoughts?
First, put the album on.
Grab the bottle. It's about to get serious.
It's about to get serious, man. Because
you talk. I'm gonna check on it one more time.
I put the album on. A lot of people don't know. I spend a lot of time in a vehicle. For work, man. I'm riding all over the DC, Maryland, and Virginia area for work, man. I do a lot of traveling for work. And so I'll say, well, you know what? Album dropped. What better opportunity for me to listen to it than while I'm doing all this, you know what I'm saying? Traveling. And I literally, one day, what's the day? It's Thursday? I think it was.
Today's Thursday. Yeah, it's Thursday. Yeah.
Tuesday.
Because it dropped on this Sunday. It dropped Sunday. Yeah.
And I didn't listen to it Sunday. Didn't listen to it Monday. Tuesday, boom. I put it on while I was riding around for work. And that was all I listened to all day. First listen through, I was kind of meh. Like, I like it. I don't like it. There's some tracks I'm going to take from it. Like, initially off the first listen through, there was tracks that I'm like, I like this one, I like this one, I like this one, I like this one. Yeah, boom, we in there. I like it. How people were shitting on this album, I had like a good 6 or 7 tracks that I liked just off of the first listen through alone. But if you know anything about any type of music, whether it's hip hop, country, alt rock, gospel, whatever your thing is, you gotta give the album, you gotta give it a good 1 or 2 more listen throughs. Listen to it about good 2 or 3 times before you can make it good, solid. Because snap judgments are the thing.
You can't do that with the album.
Snap judgments are the thing, bro. And I listened to the first time, I was like, man, I already rock with the jump like that, man. I'm like, all right, I could take like a couple of songs from it, and I like it. But I was like, that was the first. But then I was like, let me run that back. Mm-hmm. Let me run that back. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a, you know, it's a street ball game. You know what I'm saying? You get somebody gets to 11 before somebody gets to 16. Someone drops that last bucket. Ain't nobody else waiting in the wings. Yo, run that back. We're gonna run this game back. And we gonna see what the outcome is after that.
Yeah.
After that second run through, I was like, nah, bro. Like, wait a minute, hold on. There was some tracks on there that I heard the first time that I wasn't listening to the first time. Mm-hmm. Oh, okay. So now my likes just went from 7 to about 9 or 10. I'm like, yo, the song's not bad. The album's not bad. Where's the criticism coming from? I didn't get it. Still don't.
Can we talk about the criticism real quick before we keep going any further? And I'll let you cook from there. Let's use our own corner of the internet for a second.
True.
Shout out to one time for the BNY fan group page.
Yep.
I do excellent work contributing. All your comments always read, and we go from there. Now, BNY fan group.
You guys.
Yeah, what the fuck?
We calling y'all out right now. We are calling out our own fan group. Our own fan base.
Is it smart? Hey, it is what it is. It is what it is. TikTok, we may be talking to you too as well. YouTube, Twitch. Now, this fan group on Facebook. A lot of people, now, Amber, one time for Amber with Lessons in Love. Yeah, 100%. Yeah. She said it was complete trash. She didn't like it. She didn't like it at all. And a couple, and she put the post out there before I actually waited. Cause I had a couple people text me like, "Wait, what do you think of the album? What do you think of the album?" I was like, I haven't really listened to it yet because I was on the road. I didn't have time to properly put the headphones on and ingest the music the way the music should be ingested. With that being said, I finally listened to it, and then I saw Amber's post, and I was like, "What the hell is
smoking?"
This? I'm like, "Why?" And then a lot of people in there, this is the crazy thing though about the internet, is that she put a post that says complete trash. And a lot of people say, nah, it's not trash, it's this right here, or nah, it's, half of it's good, or I really, really love the album. But it was all, and he had a few people like, yeah, it was trash. But it was mostly positive as far as the album.
Right.
I put out, so shout out to Thanos. Perfectly balanced, all things should be. I had to go the complete opposite. I just put out Donda was fire. Talk on it.
I mean,
and then people said, nah, Rick, this shit trash. I'm calling you out, baby. You ain't got no taste in music. You don't understand anything you're listening to. I never get advice from you again, motherfucker. Canceled.
You got canceled low key.
I'm like, God damn.
I mean, what, bro? Look, your musical taste has been called into question, bro. How do you feel about that? Like someone who is fully ingrained, that has a good ear for music. How do you feel about your musical
If you tell me right now we're going to track list. If you tell me tracks like No Child Left Behind, Heaven to Hell, Off the Grid, Lord I Need You, Keep My Spirit Alive, Pure Souls, Believe What I Say, Hurricane, with The Weeknd and a Little Baby,
Sleeper.
Man, that thing is
perfect.
Oh my God, that's what it should be called. Should be called perfect.
Perfect.
Jonah, Jesus Lord Part 2. We just playing that for the podcast started.
We just listened to that.
Jay Electronica. Jadakiss.
Come on, man.
Styles P. And of course, Moon.
The Ghost.
Oh my God, the Ghost. Moon.
Bro, I was listening to that on the way up here. I was like, let me play that Moon real quick. It's such a vibe, bro. I don't.
Jail.
What do you fucking want? What do you want? What do you all want from this man? Like, honestly, what do you all want from him?
So here's the big thing when it comes to Kanye, and we get back to your reaction too as well, is that since My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy, the man dropped Yeezus after that, and I said, oh, he's going a new direction, where he's not weighing too heavy on his lyrics. It's more so of composition of track.
Okay.
And from then, I trained my ears differently how to listen to Kanye from that. Because College Dropout Kanye and Life of Pablo Kanye are two totally different artists.
It's not the same at all. Not even close.
No, one has the polo in the backpack. The other one, Life of Pablo, he was. Yeah, it was some totally different vibe.
That was different.
It was a different vibe. And I also want to get into Kanye rollouts too as well as we keep going forward here.
Yeah.
I listened to this album, and of course it's like Jesus Lord. A lot of people didn't like that album. Me personally, I found favor with it in a lot of tracks.
Wait, you said Jesus Lord.
Jesus is Lord.
Okay.
His previous album. Yeah.
Okay. I didn't listen to that one.
You didn't?
I haven't listened to it.
Really?
I know y'all was telling me that
Yeah.
I needed to, but I haven't.
And a lot of people say he way too heavy on, Jesus, God, all that too as well.
Right.
But the way I think is that I feel like you should, excuse me, your artist needs to grow.
Right.
And whatever direction they go in, you have to accept that. Jay-Z said it best. Y'all want my old shit, buy my old albums.
Because that's where he was at that point.
And like I said in the group page, you're never getting College Dropout 2. We're not getting the late registration. Good ass job. We're not getting any of that Jeremy Reynolds. It's more to the album. Hey, you talk on it. Talk. What more on the album you talk about, Jeremy? I want to hear about that.
Thank you.
Yeah, because you're saying something
Jeremy.
there. We're about to get there. This album it's a vibe, dude.
It is.
It's a lot. And the thing is, it's not the vibe as it's a different kind of like if I was at a lounge on a Friday night, I had some brown in the hand, and I had some of these tracks playing like okay, Off the Grid, Pure Souls, Believe What I Say. What's the other one looking for? No Child Left Behind. Lord, I Need You. Like I'm just chilling, just relaxing.
Exactly.
It's good. I'll tell you what, another thing too as well. An art gallery. Now, I'm not one to say that I've been to a lot of art galleries. I'm not going to sit here and sit there and cap.
No cap.
I'm not
No
gonna
cap.
But I can see these tracks like you got a bartender in the back. You over here looking at some fine art. I ain't talking like Picasso or
Yeah,
anything
we
like
ain't
that.
talking
I'm
about
talking like modern day. Like you see what's around us, like art like this. Okay.
Yeah.
There, let me bring this camera in so you can see the whole thing. Look at that. You see the art on the side next to Dev. You see the one behind me, the boards, like things like that. Though, that's what we're talking about. Like hip hop style museums.
Right.
I can see that playing in the back too as well. Fashion shows.
I can
And
see
Kanye's
that.
big in fashion too as well, like New York Fashion Week, New Again. I can see that track being played. The music exists in a certain space, and also, who's walking out the club at 1 o'clock? You drunk when Off the Grid pops on or Having a Hill? That's why I play like, you know what? This man or woman has a code, and they really don't fuck with the music.
That's what
I've seen people on Drake talk shit all day. As soon as a man come in the club, they the first one singing.
Exactly. They going in on it.
Oh my God!
Hold on, let me read this real quick, man. Shout out to my homeboy Jeremy Reynolds, longtime friend of mine. He's a friend of man as well. You know what I'm saying?
And woman.
Humanitarian. yeah. I mean man as far as like mankind, but I guess you got to say like womankind because PC. But
we to an extent we're there, but in some places,
yeah.
One time for Jeremy. Go ahead. What do you say?
So initially Jeremy says it's more to the album. His follow-up comment was, look, different time and era. People complain about how they wanted to hear the old Kanye, but that's what he did. Now people saying he's outdated and sound old. He sounds healthy and clear-headed.
I don't understand that either. Who, Jeremy? That's not you're the one. You're the reporter on this one too. So right now you're the BNY investigator. This is what I don't understand is that who's saying Kanye sounds old?
I don't know because, bro, the ingesters, the majority of the rap people, the listeners, the hip hop, they're younger, okay? They're used to the fast. They're used to the snappy down south beats. You know what I'm saying? That's what they're used to. This Kanye, what we've been like asking for old Kanye, this is for us that listen to. You know what I'm saying? Late registration, graduation, college dropout. This is something like it harkens back to our time. And so when people, they hear the name Kanye, they like Kanye. Oh, Kanye. Okay.
I was going to say, keep talking. We get to that comment.
Okay, all right.
We got you.
This harkens back to our era of Kanye as far as like what we used to listen to. You know what I'm saying? these young cats, they don't know this Kanye. They don't know 808. Even, what's this, 2021, 12 years ago. Like, for us, that's like, oh, it was only 12 years ago because we were in our mid-20s. But for somebody, the newer generation that is ingesting a lot of this rap, bro, 12 years ago, they were 6 and 7, 5 and 4. Mm-hmm. They don't know anything about graduation day. They don't know anything about graduation. They know nothing about it. They don't know how great that album was.
I'm not gonna lie to you. When it first came out, I was a little disappointed.
Good Morning?
And then I went back and listened to it again, and I was like,
whoa.
Oh, I was wrong.
He started the look, Good Morning. It's not just about the song. He's literally saying, yo, wake up. Good morning. Mm-hmm. This is what's coming in this album. Mm-hmm. But if you're not listening, you just think it's just come on, bro. I will wake up. I will wake up and that will be the first thing I put on was Good Morning.
Oh my God.
Yo, the drum beats and the bass in there, bro, it would stir something in you.
Don't do it. Don't do it to me. Don't do it to me.
It will wake you up in the morning, noon, or night. When you put it on and you know you had something to do going forward, that Good Morning, ooh,
Good morning.
It was great, bro.
Go ahead and read these comments. What we got here?
Okay, all right. So back to my man Jeremy, man. Look, also he says his father passed away in December, and this album spoke to him personally. If a person never lost a parent, I wouldn't expect them to understand this album. I was listening to the Breakfast Club, and they said this out of their mouth, literally. He's over 40, and these young kids don't care about it because it's not talking about twerking and drugs and chicks and cars. He has ascended those very mediocre fucking topics. He has achieved a plateau that not many fucking rappers have. He's past that stuff. I don't need to rap about cars. He's got them. I don't need to talk about chicks and twerking. He's married to Kim Kardashian. He doesn't need to do it. He's from Chicago. He knows about the drugs. He knows about killing. He's lived it. He's seen it. So why rap about the shit that's what? Let's open it up some. Let's reach out to a broader audience. That's what he's done. But they don't get it, bro. They just don't get it.
So you think that, and a lot of people said that they didn't like the album as far as it's too much God in it, as far as the lyrics. Some people don't like the production on there, which I think is absolutely wild.
Phenomenal.
I think the production there I think it's his best work, production wise, since Twisted Fantasy. Ooh,
fair.
I mean, what you got in between it? Yeezus, you got Life of Pablo, you got Ye.
Yep. And Jesus is Lord.
And Jesus is Lord. Production wise, yeah, absolutely.
It's one of his best produced albums. I don't. What do you want from him?
We got to stop disrespecting hip hop legends, and this is the thing too as well. Kanye West is a hip hop legend. So let's get to what I believe is the meat and the potatoes behind a lot of this. Kanye's antics have turned off a lot of people in the past couple years. Everything as far as 45,
right?
Slavery, the choice thing.
Oh yeah,
all of those. So this is my thing when it comes to Ye, is that Ye's a little bit different of a person. And I obviously don't know the man personally, never had a conversation with him. But when he talks, it's so much going on in that mind of his, is that I need to hear him say it multiple times for me to be like, oh, okay, this motherfucker is...
To make sense of it.
Like, if he's saying the same shit today that he was saying like 4 or 5 years ago, I'd be like, oh, okay, all right, fair enough.
Right.
But everything Ye does, like, album to album, is always so different that I just look at him like, I don't believe what he's saying right now. I don't see it unless it's like a life changing event that has consequences, like him and Kim getting divorced. Okay, I believe that shit. Obviously, his mama passed. Everything to say with that. Right. Obviously, we believe everything of that. I mean, we've seen it. We've seen it with that. Everything as far as Amber Rose or old girl or everything with the college dropout, the accident. Yeah, like those are things that actually happen that I believe.
Like tangible.
Yes, tangible. That's where I'm looking. Tangible. It sticks to the ribs. Mm-hmm. This is meat and potatoes. But as far as everything that happened with Trump and slavery, Kanye is so scatterbrained to me that it's hard. Like him and Rogan did the podcast. It took forever for that to happen. Mm-hmm. But for Kanye, that one, he was like real chill, real mellow. You know, it was long form. Like of course, a lot of people would, but I would love to have Kanye West and just talk to this man for, give me like 3 hours. Give us 3 hours just to dive deep into the man's mind. Like Rogan's one thing, but I'm more of a fan of his music and his career, and there could be better questions asked.
That last comment from Jeremy.
Go ahead. What'd he say?
He wish he could call in.
He wish he could call in? Send him up with the phone number if you could, and we'll go from that. Now, with Kanye, and I'll keep talking here, one thing Ye does well is the rollout. What's that?
Text me the number.
My number.
The call-in number.
No, it's my phone's hooked up to it.
Okay. All right, yeah. Jeremy, I'm about to send it to you right now.
Yeah. Let me make sure my Bluetooth. Yep, my Bluetooth is connected to the road. One thing with Kanye he does well is rollouts. His rollouts are so pristine. And Jeremy, I'm about to get to that too as well. It's not he said it's not scatterbrained. He did it for marketing. Kanye's rollouts are so great, and I agree with you too as well. I still think Kanye is a little scatterbrained to me as far as watching his whole entire career. Everything said just like what he thinks at the time. Some things don't require a lot of deep thought. It's just a feeling, and he goes from that. Sometimes he's right, sometimes he's wrong. Let's not forget that years ago, the whole George Bush doesn't care about black people, that came on top of the dome. They had to cut the broadcast for that. Now, I'm not going to the politics of that one tonight because that's a whole other podcast for another day, and that's been dissected 8 different ways. But as far as his rollouts, let's look at Yeezus. That's when you start diving to the whole God theme too as well. He had 66 buildings playing. I think I'm with the phone call right now. Tell me if you can hear. He had 66 buildings playing 66 projections of new slaves all at the same time in different cities across the world. His rollout is amazing. Hey, Jeremy, can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you, bro. What's going on?
Wait, what's going on with you? Dev, you hear him?
Welcome, bro.
What up, brother?
Ain't nothing much. Go ahead and talk yours. What you got for us?
So with the album, like with the whole thing with the album with Ye, like people have to realize Ye is a marketing genius, right? So if you guys ever notice, Ye don't ever come out of he don't just come out of nowhere. He only comes out when a product he's gonna drop, an album he's gonna drop, a new clothing line's gonna drop, like something he right? So when he does the thing with like Trump and stuff like that, he did it like for like a couple of months. I think the Yeezy 3s or something like that 2s come out and he went away again.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Before the whole thing with Amber Rose, he did that stuff, then he'd go away. You like, yo, what? We ain't heard from Kanye in forever. Where he been at? He'd come out of nowhere, just like this whole album. I'm gonna buy a stadium for $1 million a day.
Mercedes
and then out of nowhere, drop a whole album.
Mm-hmm.
He does this on purpose. The dude's a marketing genius. Without Ye, the hip hop or the rap thing that we see now, it would have never been.
Mm-hmm.
Right? From all the way back through the wire when he was wearing the 2 polos, the pink polo with the Louis Vuitton bag.
Right.
Yeah, exactly.
Right,
Talk on it.
Right? He was the first one when hip hop went all pink. Remember, he was the first one that came around with the blazer and the jeans and the Air Force One.
True.
Let's not forget about that one too as well.
I remember that. Absolutely.
Right after that, he came with when his mom passed away. He came with the bump on the back, the little bump hairstyle from Houston.
The little joint at the bottom of the right. I think if I'm not,
everybody had to have that. Then he came with the tight jeans. They talked about with the tight jeans.
He's fashion.
So you're saying, so he's a trendsetter, is what you're saying. Kanye has always and will forever be a trendsetter.
Kanye is the Michael Jackson, the Prince, the Stevie Wonder of our generation. He is the rock star. He is the.
Now you know a lot of people have a problem with you saying that too as well. Now with that being said, I don't disagree with him.
Not at all.
The thumbprint he's had, as far as even production that he's created the sounds for your favorite artists. You didn't even know it.
Like people get mad at him, like, oh, why he done had 2 Chainz on the album? I'm like, you got to realize, if you listen to all his albums, he don't pick the same people on his album. Whoever's new and hot, he puts them on. Remember with the Chief Keef, I don't like, right?
Mm-hmm.
That I don't like. I'm from Chicago. That was a Chicago song. As soon as Ye was on it, it became an international song.
Mm-hmm. I mean,
right? This dude, he don't become a billionaire out of nowhere. He's every single thing that been touched in hip hop. Ye been doing the Jesus Gold piece. Like everybody has to have that.
Everything he touches turns into gold, dude.
Yeah, what's that?
The throne is back to as well. You heard that? You heard Jay-Z say that.
Oh, Jay-Z. What's his? What's the name of the dude with the gold touch?
Midas.
Midas. They got that Midas touch.
That Midas touch.
Yeah, Midas touch, bro. Like that's what I'm saying. Like if people listen to the album, he's literally apologizing all the stuff that he's doing. He was saying, "I was not healthy. I was not in my right space. I'm still grieving my mother." Like the album is called Donda. You know what I'm saying? Like as soon as you cut the record on, it's Donda, 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 Donda. Like he's telling you what's going on. How he was a bad husband. How he was just doing things his way. He's apologizing to his wife, like, "Yo, I'm sorry for what I'm doing." I can't, like even the song said, like I'm done doing it my way.
He said it.
He said it.
Let me ask you this: where would you rank this album in Kanye's catalog?
For me, in the time, because like I said, my father passed away in December. I'm going to put it at least second because, like I said, the album speaks to me personally because it's nothing like that first album that Ye dropped. You can listen to that from 1 to 14, 1 to 13. Right?
And not skip a track and yeah.
I get them high and face it. You know what I'm saying? Like, those are classics. Those are classic songs, right? So this album, I put it personally as number 2.
Number 2.
For me.
I mean, look, Jeremy, let me
give me one comment from me. We let him go after that.
Let me ask you a quick question, man. Because a lot of the criticism has been the heavy religious influence on the album, man. Like, what do you think about that? Like, what do you say to people that say that that's where he went wrong with the religious influence?
I say they're idiots. The reason I say they're idiots is because every person that get older, they talk about God more. He's over 40. All our mothers and grandmothers and grandfathers wasn't talking about God like this all the time. It was when they got older, when they in the things of things, when they like, you know what, this helps me.
There it is. Hey, Jeremy. Hey, appreciate your insight, man. Appreciate your insight. Keep watching the show. Yeah, thanks for your support, man. Absolutely. And call in whenever.
Hey, check your DMs, man. I'm about to shoot you my number, bro, because we need to talk more often.
I got you, bro.
Yeah, appreciate you.
All right.
Hey, it's love right there. It's absolutely love. Hey, TikTok, sorry about that. I know you couldn't hear much of that, but Jeremy said him personally, since he lost his parent, that he ranks Donda number 2 over on the catalog as far as Kanye. I'll get back to Donda. We do some close on time. We're gonna keep it moving, but can I give you my my Kanye top 10
albums?
Solo albums.
Okay.
Solo projects. No Kid Cudi, Ye. We ain't talking about Ye with good music. We ain't talking none of that. We ain't talking Ye with Watch the Throne.
Just
solo. First of all, the man has 10 studio albums. 10.
That's tough.
10. That's a heavy number.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
That's a lot in this day and age. I mean, you frame it in proper perspective. Who's your real quick? Name me a very recent artist within the last 5 to 10 years. You know what I'm saying? That's dropping music like that. Like, name me anyone.
For sure, Drake.
Yeah, outside of like Drake, but I mean like the Lil Yachty's, the Tekashis, the Meeks. Who's dropping consistent albums every 1 to 2 or 3 years?
Well, your style has to be timeless.
Longevity.
In order to do something like that, like the same shit you rap about at 22 can't be the same shit you rapping about at 42.
Oh, okay.
You have to be able to grow. You have to
grow. But there's no one else other than like Drake, though. We've had a plethora, even when like Drake dropped.
It could be Kendrick if he wanted to, for sure.
But what he has, 6 albums?
I'll say roughly. I gotta look the numbers up.
Somewhere around.
But he's talking about this. Talks last album with TDE, then retirement, and so I mean we'll see.
Go ahead,
I don't know.
Go ahead. Talk on it because I gotta step out real quick. But talk on it.
Yeah, take your piss and I'll give you my 10. So number 10, I got Ye. That's my number 10. And I'm gonna say this too as well. Kanye West has never put out a bad album. He's never put out a bad album. That's first and foremost. You're not gonna get me to say a Kanye West album is trash. That's not gonna happen. The composing, the production, the picking the features, the arrangement, all that. That's all Ye. So there's no such thing as a bad Ye album in my book. Number 9, I got Jesus is King. Number 8, I'm going with the Life of Pablo. 7, I'm going with Yeezus. 6, I'm putting Donda right there. I'm putting Donda there. 5, 808s and Heartbreak. A Thomas Project. There's always going to be somebody with the getting out of a relationship. The album's going to serve a purpose forever. Not to say the other ones don't, but more so that one than a couple other things. 4, I got Graduation. 3, Late Registration. So I got 2 left. I got College Dropout and I got Dark Twisted Fantasy. I give him College Dropout the number 2 slot. And I'm going Dark Twisted Fantasy at number 1.
You're a fucking maniac.
Hey, you say they say I'm a maniac. They call me a madman. All right, as somebody famous once said. I'll let you figure out who it was. But that's my top 10. If your top 10 is something different, I respect it too as well. Like Jeremy said, he got down to number 2. And he said it because he lost his father. First of all, rest in peace to your father too as well.
Absolutely,
and I respect that 100%.
Yeah,
if that's you put that at, then there's gonna be no argument for me at all. There's not, and honestly, just based on who you are. That thing can go 8 different ways. Maybe someone dropped out for college and they became something great.
Exactly.
That'll be their. That could be their number 1.
It's all subjective.
Like everything here is all these albums I mentioned. Dropping out of college, eventually Graduation, Heartbreak, 808s and Heartbreak, Turn to God, multiple albums for that too as well. Yay, Mental Disorder, Donda, Losing a Parent, Yeezus, Ego on 10. Every album has something. I saw a picture too long, a couple years ago when he dropped Jesus King, and it showed a picture with the College Dropout teddy bear.
Yeah. And
it showed that picture how Ye he was at every single step when every single album came out, and all the pictures were the bear, but they were all different clothes, everything. Mm-hmm. This one right here, of course, if the picture was more recent, I gotta find it, but it have the bear with the mask over his head, like Ye had with all the red on too.
Yeah,
that he was wearing at a lot of the shows. I
gotta see that one.
Yeah. But I have to show it to you.
Yeah.
But every single, like I say, he's a marketing genius. Yeah, he knows exactly what he's doing, and this is what I'm gonna get to right now. A little transition. Drake and Kanye, is it really beefing or is it all for marketing?
Come on, bro. I mean, look. I'm gonna say this as we transition. Anyone that says this album is trash, you got to understand. Start putting respect on these people's name, on these artists' name, right? Because
you have to.
This album is coming from a place of where, look, here's the thing about artists. We should respect, and it goes into Drake as well, right? Because he does it with his albums as well. That's why these two are they're so very closely related to one another. The album music is a reflection of the artist and where they are at that moment in time, right? That's music and art in general. See, the problem that I have with this, with the detractors of Donda, is that you would never walk in, like you said earlier, you would never walk into an art gallery and call someone's art, whether it's a sculpture, whether it's a painting. If you respect the artist, You understand that this is a physical representation of what it is that they're experiencing at that moment in time. It's expressive. So
you're good. Keep going. We lost audio for a quick second. Sorry about that. But you talking about the critics and detractors of Donda.
Yeah.
Or about just Ye's catalog in general.
Just in general, every album, Donda included, oh, it's heavy on the religious tip. Yeah, well, that's what he is now. He's grown from college dropout to now. He was a very egotistical, arrogant young dude at that point, fresh in the game, trying to make his mark. Now, he is apologetic for the things that has happened in his run, with his marriage, with his mom, with music, with his influence, all that. He's apologetic. Mm-hmm. And he's come to this point as a result of his religious embracing. So this music, Donda, is a reflection of him in this moment of time. That's art. Art expresses what's going on internally because you can't just talk about it. So sometimes you got to throw paint on a board. You got to sculpt something. You got to put pieces together to express the chaos that's going on. So people that say, I would never call anyone's art trash from this day forward because I'm learning to understand and appreciate, even though I might not like it, this is an expression of that individual, no different from Drake. Take Care. That was a love album. Mm-hmm. He was going through something that's comparable to 808s and Heartbreaks. Mm-hmm. He was going through something. He was expressing it in his music, but we love it though. Mm-hmm. Because that was Drake's best album. Whatever the case is, it was expressing what Drake was. This album, look, we said it on the podcast before. There's only two artists right now that are comparable to one another as far as the body of work, the impact in hip hop, and just the meteoric, ascension to fame and all that type of shit. It's Kanye and Drake. They have been at the forefront. Now, Drake has been the hottest over the last few years because he's just been Drake.
Oh,
but overall body, bro, like there's no comparison between the two. It's those two dudes and it's everyone else. And so for this album from Drake that's going to drop, I'm curious. I'm going to listen. And I'm waiting to see what Drake's got coming for us. But
it drops about I believe midnight.
Another 2 hours?
Hour and a half, something like that.
Hour and a half, something like that. But look, it's I'm going to go out here and say right now, Drake's rollout ain't nowhere near Kanye's.
Kanye's rollout is fantastic. He's the best in the game when it comes to rollouts.
The best in the game.
Everybody need to take notes.
So look, you can say when you listen to it that Drake's album is better, but look, overall as a hip hop head, this drop with the promotion, production, this might be one of the greatest albums. All rollout, production, everything included. Come on now. He broke records. He's done numbers.
Can I read the records?
Talk to him. Talk to him.
The biggest album launch of 2021. Spotify 2021 single day streaming record. Apple Music 2021 single day streaming record. All time Apple Music record of #1 album in 152 countries. Over 180 million streams worldwide in 24 hours.
How many countries? How many countries are there? Are there worldwide? There's like 217. There's like 200 and there's only like 200 and something countries worldwide. I think it's like 217 to 230, somewhere between there. You're telling me 152 different countries. He is #1 in like 90% of the world. That's never been done. Not even Michael Jackson's third. Now it's a different era, and you can if you put that in perspective, that third album might have did like numbers these days, like you know what I'm saying. But they didn't have the marketing, they didn't have the reach.
But this is the thing too as well, is that if you have to argue Michael Jackson to put down Ye,
Thank you.
You ain't arguing Silk the Shocker to put down
exactly.
Kanye West.
Come on.
Like this is
number one selling album of all time is Thriller at this point. So if you got to use
249 countries.
249 countries, 152.
And one of those countries ain't got internet.
So how is getting there? 249, 152, number one in 152 countries. If you got to compare Michael Jackson's Thriller as the only comparable album to Donda as far as rollout, sales, what does that says a lot, bro? When you frame it in that perspective, that says a lot.
Okay, we'll give you Michael Jackson.
Okay,
you get that one. You win. Like it's like LeBron James and Jordan. Like, oh, all right, fine, you got it. Jordan's the GOAT.
But come on, man.
Look, man. Look,
I'm waiting. I'm curious.
I will say this though. I think that Certified Lover Boy, if it does officially drop, because you never know with these albums. Who knows these days? If it does drop, I will say this. I think for sure it'd be his best album since Nothing Was the Same. As far as Drake goes, I think honestly, I'm going to record here. I think it may be his best album he's ever dropped.
I don't think that. Come on, bro. Take Care, like this.
Take Care was fantastic. One thing about Take Care though, half those songs are from The Weeknd. I mean, we can't.
We're not going to. So we're going to dive into ghostwriting.
We're not going to dive. We're not going to do that. I'm just saying that.
I'm just saying.
A lot of that was The Weeknd sound. I think
it was.
I mean, it is what it is. I mean, it's not a lie. Half those songs he bought from The Weeknd. He put his own spin on it too as well. But
true.
I mean, I got to give credit where credit is. And that's not a diss to Drake. That's just a credit to The Weeknd. That's all that is.
It is. I mean,
so as far as Drake himself, I think this may be possibly his best album he could drop. Nothing Was the Same. I do.
How are
I do
you
like that
saying that you have listened to not one track, bro? Chill out. Chill.
I know. It's just a feeling. Bro. It's a gut feeling. I'm going to gut. I'm going with the gut. I'm going with the gut.
Chill, bro. You are way too.
That's fine. That's fine. Hey, look.
Right
one two things is going to happen. We're going to revisit this clip. Either I'm gonna be right or you gonna be right. Either way, the brand wins. Goddammit.
Either way, we winning over here in BNY.
Let me ask you about the brand though. As far as when it comes to dressing up, you wear a nice suit from time to time when you're going out.
From time to time.
Yeah. So you got the what kind of shoes do you like? If you could build your suit. What you can give me designs, things like that. Like what kind of not material, but
I got you like the general.
Yeah, exactly. Like yeah. We're not rich men. Let's just talk. Yeah.
I like wingtip. So anyone that knows me, I start every outfit from the bottom up.
You have to.
I start from the shoe.
Rarely do I go out unless I like the top so much. Then I gotta try to go hunt.
You just
but I see the shoes and then I just build from there.
You build from there. I've done it. Look, Uncle Lou Jr. got a funny story about me, man. I bought a pair of Hirachis back in the day that was like brown, they're like light brown, a little bit of yellow,
okay,
teal. And it was an amalgam of colors, and everyone was like, "You're an idiot for buying these shoes." And then once you put the outfit together, everyone was like, "Oh, okay, we see what you did there. Oh, okay." And this is like back when I was like 15, 16. So I always start with the shoes. That's just what I do. Right. I like wingtips, man, but they're not my thing. I have wingtips. But I wouldn't start with wingtips. I'm a flashy person when it comes to like suits. So like my cousin Kim, man.
So you rocking the turquoise suit, looking like a Charlotte Hornet.
Man, I'm not doing all
with
that.
With a purple shirt.
There's a color. I like this. There's a color palette.
Don't really see that. We're getting somewhere. We're getting somewhere with this one.
There's a color palette that I'm more so, you know what I'm saying, comfortable with.
Okay.
All right. So I got that pair of shoes, man. Look. All gold, everything, man. And they're more on the loafer side, but they are like a dress shoe. Mm-hmm. They're more like a no sock loafer type shoe.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
And what color is everything?
All gold. It's gold and black.
Okay.
So like the under is black, but the everything.
You a real flashy dude,
bro. Look. If I'm going to do it, I'm gonna do it.
So let me ask you this: what kind of tie are you wearing?
Oh damn! Did I wear a tie that day?
Well, let me ask you this.
I'm gonna tell you what it wasn't.
What?
It goddamn sure wasn't one of Daniel rope ties. Daniel news ties. It damn sure wasn't one of them. That's what it wasn't.
Can we get in the article? Then I'm gonna get into your thoughts, and we got something special we got to say about this one too as well. Daniel rope ties. All right, let's get to it. South African designer issues an apology for rope ties that favor nooses. Ladies and gentlemen, you can look this up yourself. This article comes courtesy of Yahoo, dated September 2nd, which is today as we're recording this podcast live. Daniel, I'm not going to try to pronounce his last name. I'm gonna fuck it up. I'm gonna fuck it up. Yeah, I'm gonna fuck it up. I'm gonna fuck it up.
I don't know.
Ends with an I, but
yeah.
I am not going to attempt to do that. If I can't pronounce the name, I'm just going to say I can't do it. It is what it is. Apologize for any hurt. Apologize for any hurt the line caused, but says he stands by design and will continue selling them. So what exactly is he selling here? And what is the hurt that he caused? All right. Daniel, he's a fashion designer based out of South Africa, has issued an apology for his recent design of rope ties that resemble nooses generate backlash from social media users. Obviously, we saw this. Uncle Lou Jr. Shout out one time for him. Brought it to the attention when he posted the BNY fan group on Facebook. The line, known as Daniel rope ties, first of all right, we can get to that name in a second. Called shock and outrage as the promotional photos featured black male models sporting ties around their necks, Black Enterprise reports. Now, these aren't just ties we're talking about. We're talking like nooses in a form of ties that you can put around your neck. Nooses have a long and dark history as they were used to hang black men and women during slavery and Jim Crow. Even today, hate groups and races continue to hang nooses on trees and other areas as a way to intimidate and scare black people. Daniel was accused of being tone deaf to the symbolism of a noose. He said African Americans are more sensitive about the line given their history. So this is Daniel's words that he said right here on Facebook. The rope tie are my work, and the motive is to change the past act and the mindset when people see a rope, all they think about is suicide and lynching. He said on Facebook, I know the history, and I'm not here to offend any family who's been a victim in the days. We need to change that the rope is not only used to take people's lives, also can be for something good to come out the same object, the rope. All right, I'm gonna stop right there. Dev, would you please,
bro? Like
we let the man speak. Yeah, Dev,
I'm done with that shit.
Go ahead, unfiltered.
What is going on? But
It's a software issue.
Okay,
Go on. Recap that rant real quick.
So look, fuck that dude, man. I said it very clear, man. I don't know if y'all heard this before whenever we went out, but look, I said I'll fight that dude on site, because he's trying to make it comparable to how we switched from going the N-word with the hard ERS to, you know what I'm saying, AS, the soft AS, from niggers to niggas, you know, and how we've incorporated that into black society, black culture, into our music and all that type of stuff. And we appropriated that word and made it acceptable for us because it was something that was so detrimental to our society, right? He's trying to make the same transition. It's not the same, bro. You know why? Because January 6th of this year, when they assaulted the National Capitol building in my hometown of Washington, D.C., they erected They erected a literal fucking what's that? What is it called? Like when you erect like the hanging, like the platform, the whole thing.
Oh, the hangman.
They erected a whole platform.
They hang the former vice president.
The former with the noose.
Mm-hmm.
So that's not something that's gone away. We just, even earlier this year, there was stories in like Georgia and Alabama where people were finding nooses hanging from trees in their yards and shit. There was a viral video that went around about 4 or 5 months ago of a black guy that was out with his group of white friends, and only by happenstance that people walked up and they seen them. They were constructing, and they had tied up a noose, and they was in the midst of trying to hang this brother. So that's not something, bro, that we would just cast to the wayside and we're going to say, it's okay now. Let's change the mindset about it. No, bro, fuck you. What are you talking about? You're based out of South Africa, and you acknowledge the fact that we as Black Americans, we have a different mindset about it, as you may be from South Africa. But then what that tells me is that just means you're that much more insensitive. So fuck you. You understand that. You see it. You understand that it might strike us a little bit differently, but then you're going to say you're not going to stop selling that?
Why even apologize?
What's your point, bro? Just a slap in the face. Oh, I apologize if it offended you, but I'm going to keep selling it.
Yeah, exactly.
What?
Sorry about your luck, baby, but I gotta make these. I gotta make this money.
I gotta make this money over here on this side because I'm over here in South Africa. I don't have to deal with y'all. So y'all can talk y'all bullshit, and what it is, he feels untouchable. That's what it is, because he's not based in America. So he ain't got to worry about somebody running up on him, putting paws on him in Atlanta or in New York or wherever else that someone would do that shit. I'm a South African. I'm a South African, and I'm based in South Africa. I'm untouchable. He has that mindset. So I'll apologize, but I'm gonna keep selling it.
So can I say this part before I should weigh in on this?
Me, man. Like this shit sets me. I don't like it.
Let me talk on this. Make sure take a look at that meter bar too as well. We should be good to go on that.
I got y'all watch it.
I reached out to Daniel a couple of days ago. Had a conversation with him actually, and this is all through text. Hey, what's up, AJ? I had a conversation with Daniel all through text. I'm not going to show the receipts, but I have.
And he's the owner and seller, by the way.
He's the owner and seller. He is reachable on his website. The number is there. You can reach him too if you need to, and go from that. This is all public knowledge. Nothing I'm saying here. It's crazy. But I invited him to the podcast. I said, hey, this is your business. Let's have a conversation, talk about it. He said, give him a call. Told him to give a call. It's been a couple of days. We text a little bit back and forth. If it's going to happen or not, I'm not too sure. But the chances that this is about 2 days ago at this point. Gave the man a chance to respond, come on here and just talk about it and see how that happens. You're in South Africa. You don't understand, obviously, the struggle that Black Americans have gone through in the history of it. Or you understand, or you know the history, and you just chosen to ignore it.
Exactly.
For some reason to sell ties. This is crazy, by the way. These nooses around the neck. This is as if I don't know, a Jewish person was selling gear on the Holocaust. That was like I'm here to turn the tide around and perspective of this, or Japanese individual within internment camps, or a Japanese individual selling atomic bomb gear. Like it just doesn't. This doesn't make any sense. For the record, the man's name is Daniel. I don't even want to promote this man's business. I already said in the beginning, just as far as what we had to talk about. But we're talking about nooses as neckties. You can look the rest up on Google and go from there for your own public knowledge.
Just type in Daniel rope ties in Google and he'll come up.
Oh, that's
we'll throw that out.
Exactly what I didn't want to do, but we did anyway.
I'm doing it. Damn
to
it.
give him that. Okay, my fault. Now you good, baby. Hey, shout out to AJ one time too. Round of applause. But as far as this man, how tone deaf do you have to be to do some shit like this? Like, it's one thing. All right, your country, South Africa, Nelson Mandela, apartheid. What if our start selling some gear? You know, two ties or one tie separated in two, with the imagery that made it so favorable to your country.
Right.
How would you feel about that? Pointing Mandela in a bad light.
Exactly. Him behind bars. You know, locked up.
And some quote there that's very derogatory towards him. How would you feel about that?
Well, chill. No.
No, I apologize.
Rick,
yeah.
chill, bro.
All right,
because
okay.
I'm trying to change the perspective of apartheid, and I'm trying to change the perspective of Nelson Mandela. So look, I apologize if it offends you, but you need to get over it.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm going to keep doing it.
I'm gonna keep selling this shit. ain't nothing gonna stop me. The apartheids are my work.
It's
Okay?
mine.
It's my work.
It's my
and the motive to
attempt.
change the past act. And something that can make me dollars, and I don't give a damn who offends in the process. That's some things that people are overly sensitive when it comes to a lot of things. I'm not gonna lie about that. When it comes to touching historical moments and then twisting the knife at the same time to make $1, that's dirty, dude. That's some dirty shit. Like that's what you have to do. Then you got first of all, you got the models in here too as well. I here promoting this shit.
It ain't your face on it. It ain't your face behind these ties. Your models. It's your models. Put your face behind them so people can recognize who it is.
He did a couple pictures too as well.
Oh, so it was
He
him.
did. Some of the pictures was him too as well.
So okay, so I do have a good image of the face that I will punch.
And this man, and he's getting a lot of hate on social media. That's what set it off to as well. Somehow he's been selling these ties for a while. This was like that popped up 2 months ago. I started selling ties. It's been, I want to say, about more than a year at this point. He's been selling this shit.
He put money behind it, bro. He put money behind the advertising for the United States.
Let me ask you this. Yeah, he marketed over here.
Thank you.
Like how much shit for South Africa you see pop up
Thank you.
on social?
Thank you.
Unless I'm saying South Africa, and then the phone picks it up and then shows you something on Facebook.
Rarely.
Yeah.
Rarely.
But AJ said it's
inexcusable.
disgusting. Absolutely. I read his comment. Worst part is it could look great without the noose look. The real question is who is buying this shit.
Look, there's apparently a
noose.
marketing AJ exactly.
The noose. We talked about this on the podcast about a year ago.
I was able.
NASCAR driver.
Oh yeah, Wallace.
Yeah, Bubba Wallace, and the noose in the garage, and the whole story at first we were like, all right, something's not adding up here. We need to see a picture of the noose. Why don't we see a picture of the noose? It says a garage pulley. Then we saw a picture of it. It was like, oh no, that's a fucking noose.
That's a noose, bro.
Yeah, that's a noose. It's a fucking noose.
Fucking pulley.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
And then the whole reason how all that popped up and him getting in the garage, and there's so many questions to have with that, but that's been released. The story's cooled down, obviously.
Yeah, right.
It's a cold case. BNY investigators BNY investigators like cold cases though. we like cold cases.
We like to dig.
Yeah, exactly. Grave diggers. As far as this man, your brand is trash. Your ties are trash. Everything you're doing is for $1. And honestly, you should be, your children, if you have children, your family should be ashamed of you for this.
They live in a bubble.
100%.
They're in a bubble. So as sad as that may be, they may never fully understand the implications behind that brand, that particular style. Like you said, about a year ago, we was talking.
He's out of South Africa.
Oh, South Africa, yeah, absolutely. Uncle Louis Jr., man, we were talking, what was it, today? No, it was yesterday. He called me up early yesterday, like afternoon. Like, bro, I'm just sitting here thinking about this. Like, We were just talking about this like a year ago, how someone was going to attempt to make this a fashion statement. And sure,
The noose.
The noose.
Oh
and we didn't understand in what form or fashion, but here it is as a tie. We called it. Check our archives. We called that someone was going to attempt to make this a fashion statement. And like you said, it's so tone deaf of him. But because he lives in a bubble in South Africa, his kids...
Somebody's buying that shit.
Someone's buying it, and his kids and the future generations, they will never understand the deep implications of that. You know what I'm saying? Like the noose. And that's sad, man. That's sad for him to be someone of... That's why I say, yo, not everyone of color is for you. Not everyone that is, you know what I'm saying, like, quote unquote, for the culture is for you. Just because they look like you doesn't mean that they are there for you. Yeah. He said it himself. He apologized, but he's going to continue to sell the product.
So it's no apology at all.
It's not an apology, bro, because the dollar is bigger than the implication.
And that's why I invited the man out to the podcast to talk on it. Like I said, we had a little conversation.
He chickened out. We gonna say that.
And he saw the text.
We ain't gonna pull a fresh and fit. We ain't gonna show the receipt.
Now, if he said I was lying,
yeah. Now, if he try to say that you didn't give him a platform to talk his shit,
yeah,
and to get out,
yeah, then that point, you do what you got to do. But until that day happens, there's no need to go on the offensive.
We're not doing.
I'd say we had a conversation. Obviously,
talk about it. Let's hear what you got to say about it.
I would tonight. There's a plan for tonight. Eventually. Or not eventually, but the plan for tonight was, or even eventually, maybe a week later, was to have him on the pod and you talk about this shit and we question you and we go from there. Now, with that being said, you still have been met with a lot of you've been met with a lot of questions that it would not be in your favor at all, and there's been a whole history lesson happening too.
You gonna learn?
But God damn it, you could have spoke.
You could have got it off your chest. Allow everyone to hear your perspective and where you're coming from.
And why you keep trying to sell this shit to the people.
Man, look.
Peddle this shit to the masses.
Where's Charlemagne at? Donkey of the week. This motherfucker ain't the donkey of the week, Charlemagne. I'm at the call the show directly, Charlemagne. If he ain't the donkey of the week next week.
I don't know if he's already got it or not, but if not, he's on the radar. If he's got it, then the work was done. Man, dude, and I tried, ladies and gentlemen. Like I said, I tried. I wanted to bring him on. I wanted to hear him say his words, and then from there, it would have been a hell of an interview. It would have been a hell of an interview. That's all I could tell you. And it could still happen. Like this clip right here, I'll send it to him. You take a look at it.
Talk about it.
Yeah, but Dad's position is that, on site. My position is that your brand is trash, 100%. Nothing good is going to come from that. I don't care how much money you even make from it. When you root something that much hate, it's going to come back around. That's not a threat at all. That's just how karma works. That's how the world works. You can't put out bad energy talking about I'm trying to retake some things. Some things just leave alone.
You leave it, let it die.
Yeah, leave it in the past. Nobody was talking about this shit.
Last point for me. If there was a white man,
oh my God,
it would be completely different. But because you feel like you're an African, you're a black man, you feel like that you are entitled to try to make this type of change. No, bro, that makes you no different. If for the sake of profit, it makes you no different than any other vulture.
And the crazy
None
thing is
whatsoever.
And the crazy thing is that he steps foot in this country. You just like you and me, anybody else.
Exactly.
There's no special privilege for you or anything like that. And you should know that with the history of your country, sir, being a South African. Come on now, bro.
Apartheid. Let's come up with apartheid with Nelson Mandela in a negative light.
Let's see how you feel about that. But we wouldn't do that. You know why? Because we're not tone deaf.
We're not tone deaf. We have moral fucking standards. We're ethical beings over here in BNY. Ethics, morality, discipline, integrity. That's what BNY is, bro.
BNY. Like you said, ethics, integrity. What's the other one you said?
Morality.
Morality. We're honest characters. Everything we do is for a reason. We don't cheat the public. We are Bishop Sycamore.
But you know, no, we are not. No, we are not Bishop Sycamore.
Not even fucking close. No. Oh my God.
Yo,
Man,
Bishop
can
Sycamore.
you pass me something inside that cooler real quick before we get to this one?
You need a little something to sip on?
Because this story is
Just when you thought it was good.
Oh man.
It gets
This
just
thing.
when you thought it was good, it gets so much better.
Bishop Sycamore. Before we actually get into the story, how the hell does this even get pulled off in the year 2021? Like, I understand in Bishop Sycamore new hurricane season. Oh, shot that was that episode no longer exists. But yeah, that episode was fantastic. How does in 2021 something like this even happen? In 1981, I get it. That's easy. With the power of the internet, ESPN, the worldwide leader in sports.
Worldwide leader in sports.
You know what's funny? I was waiting for them to talk about this on First Take. Oh, they got the mandate not to speak on that one.
Oh, they can't talk because it's embarrassing to ESPN. That's why. It will paint ESPN in a negative light.
Man, if I was a competition, if I was skipping Shannon.
Oh, I would eat this shit up.
And if they talked about it, I missed it, but I ain't see it.
TNT.
Ooh, God, dude.
Can you imagine, like, I know it's basketball and
I'm tearing them in half on the competition.
Can you imagine, like, Shaq, Ernie, Kenny, and fucking Chuck, just like a quick segment in there? Like, yo, can you talk about this crazy? They would destroy ESPN.
Bishop Sycamore. First of all, there ain't no goddamn Bishop Sycamore.
It don't even exist. There ain't no Bishop Sycamore.
Let me refer to the article for the people that don't know.
Give us some context, bro. Give us some context.
We got to. We for those that was for the initiated right there. That's for the initiated. Now we're gonna bring in everybody else.
Oh shit.
We all part of the same. We all part of the same of that. All right, Bishop Sycamore football controversy. Eye-opening details emerge after supposed high schools lost to IMG. First of all, one time for IMG, which stands for IMG Academy, which stands for International Management Group Academy, by the way. I had to look that up and find out.
What?
Which is weird. But you know what? One thing about IMG? Their program is so fire. 7 draft picks from 2021 went to IMG.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, including Kellen Mond, quarterback at Texas A&M that got drafted by the Vikings in the 3rd round.
Wow.
Yeah, he went to IMG.
So they're producing.
No, they're a powerhouse, man. IMG's ridiculous. 7 of the players that went to they graduated. Listen, that was a graduate. They went in 2021, so that's maybe like 17, 18. I want to say.
Yeah.
That graduating class, he had 7 of those prospects. That was last year they had 6 from that academy. This year they had 7.
So they
went to
putting
NFL. NFL. Like I'm talking about. They had a first rounder, they had a second rounder, a couple thirds, 4th, and a 5th, and a 6th.
I don't give a damn, bro.
You got drafted. Exactly. IMG's a powerhouse, man.
No way.
IMG, you kind of shady for getting this game too as well. This is the second time they played Bishop Sycamore as well. They played him last year.
What?
Yes.
Wait a minute. Hold on. Wait a minute.
Let me
so this quote-unquote program has been around for multiple years?
Yes. Let me read.
Talk about it, bro. I need to hear this one.
All right, so I'm going to skip the first part. Talking about IMG. I don't care about that one. IMG is one of the top football programs in the country, and it has several 4- and 5-star prospects. Bishop Sycamore somehow indicated to ESPN it was on a similar competitive level. But if you watch during the interview or during the game cast, the announcers are questioning. Dude, it's like 30-0 in the second quarter. I thought they had, he said, we look at the roster. They said they had a bunch of 4 and 5 stars too as well, Bishop Sycamore. But we couldn't find any of these players in the database. Like 24/7 Sports, Rivals, all that.
Wow.
They couldn't find any of them.
They were talking about it during the podcast.
Well,
during the game cast.
Yeah, exactly.
Wow.
So, in the fall of the controversy, Bishop Sycamore fired head coach Roy Johnson. Now, this is what I don't get to as well. This is understanding. Is that how the hell did they fire a coach in a real high school? Like, who
fired him? Who fired him?
The school, which, by the way, the school is in question. Evidently, they're an online charter school. They're called Bishop Sycamore, but they're not registered with any type of Catholic organization.
So they just sprouted up as a result of COVID or some shit like that? Like, what are we talking about?
The school's address is the same address of the director's home.
So it's your shit.
Exactly. This is like me saying, yeah, I got this fire ass university over here. I'm full sale, baby. We full sale up in here.
Full sale university.
let me keep reading these facts. Because Miko, I'm going into it. I promise.
Keep going, bro. Please keep going.
So in the fall of the controversy, Bishop Sycamore fired head coach Roy Johnson. The school announced the decision on Tuesday, which is this week. What a fucking week for Bishop Sycamore. I can't wait to cut up this goddamn clip. Yeah, go ahead. I won't keep reading. The school's director, Andre Peterson, that's his name, said a lot of things that contributed to Johnson's firing, including the coach's injury tracking and pending a fraud charge. So the coach has a fraud charge that he didn't pay a bunch of people. He's a whole bunch of loan money that he didn't pay out. Injury tracking as far as they played 2 games in 3 days. But we really going to dive deep into this because there's a lot more here that we had to go into. So the director had a statement. I don't really care about that. Let's get to the meat and potatoes. Bring my camera on. Bishop Sycamore allegedly claims to make his home in Columbus, Ohio. However, according to the Sporting News, shout out to the Sporting News too as well. It's a great website, great reporting they do over there. It appears that the school may not be real. Schools that boast the name bishop are usually associated with the Catholic Church and are named in honor of local bishops or historic bishops. However, the diocese, am I saying that right? The diocese? Yeah, of Columbus, Ohio, does not have any Bishop Sycamores throughout its history. According to the Massillon Independent, Bishop Sycamore is described as an online charter school that students can attend. In addition, the school isn't listed on the Ohio High School Athletic Association Directory of Schools, which leaves more question marks. Instead of being on the Ohio High School Athletic Association, Bishop Sycamore is reportedly a school in the Texas Christian Athletic League, which is another flag. However, Bishop Sycamore isn't the only Texas school in the conference, as Ocean Springs Grace Baptist is a member and is located in Mississippi. We got to do some investigating on that one, too, as well. It's worth noting that Duncanville High School, which is located in Texas, does still have Bishop Sycamore on the schedule for the 2021 season. By the way, all games with Bishop Sycamore has been canceled for the rest of the season. As far as Bishop Sycamore's experience on the gridiron goes, it's questionable to say the least. They're called the Centurions, by the way. The ones that can have much of a background to look back on. According to the school's official website, which is now under construction, which was a bunch of website to begin with.
Well, of course.
Yeah. There are 5 total blogs posts regarding the football team dating back to April 2021, but there hasn't been one since May 21 of 2021, by the way. If the school is about to begin the football season, you think there'd be some kind of season preview content. In addition, if you click on the About Us, the staff sections of the school's website, the sections are absolutely blank. The scheduling tab just says that the 2021 schedule is coming soon. There's also a GoFundMe page in the Bishop Sycamore's name that was set up on August 21, 2020. Dude, we diving deep in this shit. Yeah. You know, I originally read articles this long, but I need to give you out the full everything. I got 2 more paragraphs to read. Oh damn. Oh damn! I got this other paragraph to read here that makes it's going to hurt us.
You just stumbled on something.
Yeah, it's going to hurt us too as well. There's a GoFundMe page in Bishop Sycamore's name that was set up on August 21, 2021. The description for the GoFundMe page said that Bishop Sycamore is a new football program getting established in Columbus and plays a national schedule which is ranked 4th in the nation. Now, by the way, their schedule, that's one true thing that is scheduled is 4th in the nation. I'm gonna tell you how they also got fourth in the nation. That was just IMG.
Right, of course.
There was a local school in the area that's known for their football program that was also on the schedule for. Don't say the name. We're gonna get into it. Just think about that for a second. The campaigns raised just $140 of a $20,000 goal, but it's no longer accepting donations. As of Tuesday morning this week, what a fucking week for Bishop Sycamore.
What a fucking week.
Max Preps have Bishop Sycamore scheduled to play several powerhouse programs across the country, including DeMatha in Maryland.
Whoa.
Duncanville, St. Thomas More, which is in Connecticut. Last season, the Centurions went 0-6 and were outscored 227-42. The last competitive high school schedule has begun to dissipate. USA Today reported Tuesday afternoon that DeMatha canceled his game against Bishop Sycamore. The contest was originally scheduled for October 1st at the Prince George's Sports and Learning Complex in Landover, Maryland. God damn, DeMatha. Bruh, what the hell is going on with this shit? I don't get it. Can I just do a little more reading, please?
Bro, talk about it.
Can I do a little more reading, please? Bishop Sycamore's roster is extremely questionable. For example, quarterback Jalen Knight got the start against ING Academy, and his Twitter account says he's a 3-star prospect in the 2023 class. However, Knight's huddle page says he plays for Perry Hall High School in Baltimore. Knight also has a 24/7 sports recruiting profile that lists him as an unrecruited quarterback who graduated in 2021. Meanwhile, quarterback Trillian Harris is listed on Huddle as a senior quarterback for Bishop Sycamore. However, Harris's 24/7 sports profile lists him as a California quarterback in the 2021 class who wasn't recruited. Multiple players have been found out also they played JUCO and dropped out from that. You're talking about goddamn. You're talking about goddamn 23 and 24-year-olds.
Yeah.
That somehow got recruited by a high school that doesn't exist by a dude's even more shady.
But got their ass beat by a bunch of 16 and 17-year-olds, though.
I went back and watched the footage of some of their games, too, as well. They were getting it worked. It wasn't good. Thank you, AJ, for the fire look. We like the gray and white over here. Yeah, shout out to the black and white. Yeah.
Shout out to the black and white. Shout out to the black.
Andre Peterson is Bishop Sycamore's founder and director. He denies that Bishop Sycamore is anything other than a legitimate school.
Of course, you gotta stand behind your brand.
I'm going to USA Today. I gotta give you everything because this story's wild. Bishop Sycamore director on ESPN Game Controversy. Football program is not a scam. Let's see if I can scroll down to his words. He told USA Today Sports that football coach Roy Johnson was fired after Sunday after the game. Okay, you fired him. Who the hell's going to coach next? Obviously, all the games have been canceled to his will, but why fire him? What did he do?
It was just a him thing.
No.
He wasn't the only fucking culprit.
Not at all.
He's the scapegoat.
Yeah, there it is. They always get rid of scapegoat. No, Andre Peterson. We're going after you. All right, we're going after you. Let me continue to see what he says here. Peterson defended Bishop Sycamore's purpose of giving players a better chance of playing college football and denied any inkling of a scam related to Sunday's game or Bishop Sycamore, the game against IMG Academy. There's nothing I've gotten out of this that would constitute as a scam because I'm not gaining anything financially from what we're doing. The reality is that I have a son that's also in the program, has been in the program for 4 years. First of all, you're not the first father to start a program for your son. This happened multiple times.
Okay.
And they all kind of went a little wayside, one way or the other.
Fair.
I mean, look, recently, shout out to Royal Ball for being the father that he is. Yeah, but even his programs have went a little sideways, building the product, building everything around the son.
But he did it.
Triple B's, that whole Junior Basketball Association league he had too as well.
Right.
So, I mean, this isn't the first time we've seen things go array or sideways. All right, Peterson continues. If it's a scam and the kid's not going to school and not doing what they're supposed to do, then I'm literally scamming myself. And what's importantly, I'm hurting my own son. So when people say stuff like that, I'll literally be taking my son's future and throwing it in the trash. You're not the first father to try to live vicariously through your own son.
No, he's not.
So that whole statement just goes out. That whole statement goes into the trash, sir.
Because there's a way that you could go about doing it that's perfectly fucking legal. But okay, continue.
There's no teachers here. There's no staff, like we said.
What are the kids learning?
The problem is that Bishop Sycamore is listed as the department, or Andre Peterson listed as the department. The department of Bishop Sycamore.
The department of Bishop Sycamore.
You saw the memes. Y'all saw the memes, God damn it. BNY fan group page, you saw the memes. Y'all see it circling around. The memes are out there, all right? The head of admissions, they got Ja Rolling, old boy for Fire Festival, the head of student activities for Bishop Sycamore.
They got Buddy as the principal.
Yeah, exactly. They did have Whoopi Goldberg, Sister Act 2 as the head of the choir, though. That was fire. That was fire, though. I was like, damn, I go to concert. Yeah.
That was good.
I go to a concert. Let me continue. Where did I leave off at? Actual website. Let's see. Oh yeah, Andre Peterson, the department. Man, fuck out of here. Listen, Bishop Sycamore, it's a non-chartered, non-tax supported school, a type of school that, because of truly held religious beliefs, turns out to be chartered by the State Board of Education. Well, Bishop Sycamore have such high, outstanding beliefs that they chose not to be part of the Catholic Association either. Either named after a Catholic man that doesn't fucking exist, dude. They somehow, so the game with ESPN, I'm done reading this shit right now. The game with ESPN, they went through a middleman. That's Paragon. I want to say it's called Paragon. That's where ESPN gets that's what they reach out to get their games through.
Ooh.
So Paragon, they reach out to Paragon. First of all, Andre Peterson with these connections. Is it really that easy?
Apparently. Shout out to Andre Peterson.
Dude, I'm mad against, you know what? Fuck. The connections.
Yo,
is it that easy?
Those connections are what?
Perfect.
Man. I'll give you all the buttons, goddammit.
All the fucking buttons.
Ding, ding, ding. Let's get into it, all right? Shit. ESPN Paragon. Y'all really fell for the scam. A simple 5-minute internet search history.
Google search, bro.
Would have showed you everything. If you want to go old school, kid, you went to Ask Jeeves.
Ask Jeeves. What's the other one? Bing. A Bing search.
Anything, man. MSN, they still even doing their thing. Regardless, an intern could have took 5-10 minutes. Like, dude, we're about to put this number one in the nation team, IMG, who turns out in about 3 or 4 years, NFL draft picks, and multiple at that. And this school over here, we can't find any information on.
Who simply said that they're producing
4 and 5. Is that easy? Damn. You know what? We do a million downloads of podcasts. Disney Plus. What you want to put us on there?
Hey, we do this. Download.
We're here. We got mics. We got cameras.
Sign us up for a multi-million-dollar deal, Disney. We doing numbers.
That's it.
Don't worry about Googling us, though. Just take our word for it.
And you know what the crazy thing is that we actually have social media and numbers. Shout out to TikTok, too, as well.
500,000 views.
Dude, we have legitimate numbers behind us. These motherfuckers been playing football for a couple years. Some of the uniforms are off, too, as well. They ain't got no alternates.
So you just have one uniform?
This is just one uniform. Like I saw one game. The other team had 7. Oh, no, I'm sorry, 7. They had, I don't know why I said 7. I was thinking of the number. They had blue, like navy blue.
Yeah.
And Sycamore, they just wore the black.
Oh, that's a terrible game.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. And another thing, let's get into this aspect of Bishop Sycamore.
Hold on, real quick. Where were the home games? Where were Bishop Sycamore?
That's another question.
Games?
Well, who are the fans?
Who are the fans? It's all family members of the players. That's it.
People say that we need a 30 for 30 on this one. I need a deep dive.
Or an untold.
I need a coach. I need a director. I need the staff as far as the coaching staff. Because there ain't no teaching staff there. I need the players. They had a guy that got hurt in the game, I think in IMG. He wasn't even listed on the roster. There's a meme going around. Imagine you're 36 years old and telling your kids you tore an ACL in a high school game.
Bro, I'm not mad. I'm not mad. I'm not mad.
Like, this puts the Matthew McConaughey saying in a brand new light. High school players, we get older, they stay the same age.
They stay the same age.
And they out there working your ass.
Look, I'm not mad. You know what I'm mad about?
Huh.
I'm mad they got their You trying to? Oh, okay.
Appreciate it, Miko. Yeah, we dropped for a quick second.
Good stuff, man. Software issues, ladies and gentlemen. Sorry about that. I'm not mad. I'm saying this right now on record. I'm not mad at the coach. I'm not mad at the players, the program, none of that. I'm mad they got their ass beat that bad. How do you get beat 58-0?
They weren't
with JUCO players.
But the thing is, these JUCO players are probably half a star.
They don't fucking
Chris
matter.
Rock, longest yard.
Look, if you're going to play a goddamn sport, if you're going to call yourself a football player, there's a certain level of pride that should be there. Period. And I'm assuming if you're a JUCO player, a dropout JUCO player, you have been playing football for quite a few years at that point. Should be. There's no way that you step on the field with high school players.
Nah, man.
And pull up a donut,
You
bro.
got a whole bunch of 4 and 5 stars out there. IMG.
You
saw Derrick Henry stats in high school.
That's so. Look, he was an outlier. He's not the norm. He put up 2,000 yards as a high schooler.
Every season.
That's an outlier.
But IMG got 4 or 5 star prospects.
But they're
versus
not
a bunch of
putting up
dudes
even-
you got dudes that are 30. Having going through quarter life crises out here. Playing on a sham of a football team.
Oh.
Led by some dude. They got hired by another dude. That called a school at the Catholic priest that don't exist.
So you telling me that you could put on pads to go out there and make a tackle? You can't make a tackle, Rick?
A tackle?
A tackle, Rick. Come on, bro.
I can get you a tackle.
A tackle.
And guess what? After that, I'm going home.
Hold on.
Back to my wife and kids.
Hold on.
And my 9-to-5 job.
You coach soccer.
Yes.
You're telling me there's a soccer coach that you couldn't go out there and stop a 4 or 3 star recruit?
No, you're not doing that.
You're not. You might not have the speed, but you got the angles. You got the knowledge of the game, bro.
This is where you're getting at, the IQ. You get the IQ of the game.
Bro, you got to be smarter at that point.
So that ain't Rocky.
They not smarter?
I ain't got the power anymore. I ain't got the hand speed. But I still had a block. That's when it delivers strength.
Were you not smarter than these high
technique.
schoolers?
Man, look, at some point, talent beats hard work. It is what it is. I don't care what are those practices like? What do you tell each other? How do you recruit somebody this team?
There were no practices, Ricky. There were none. Hey, we're playing here on fucking Friday. Fucking grab your gear when you show up off the bus.
They say the hotel rooms. They say the hotel rooms that weren't paid for.
Who's paying? Wait.
They went to paintball events that weren't paid for. They had team bonding activities. They had to make sure everybody was off work for that one.
So who was fucking paying for it? These motherfuckers getting
Dude,
off
Andre
from work.
Peterson and Roy Johnson. Dude, I need y'all to sit down. Actually, we need to have a conversation for real.
Either 30 for 30 or Netflix's Untold, which are fire, by the way. I don't know if you've been watching them.
Yeah,
they're on the level of the 30 for 30s.
They're coming for you, ESPN.
They're coming for you, ESPN.
And ESPN, this whole thing. How do they look?
Yo, they look like asses. They have no choice but to hold their head in their hands, and they look like asses.
Not one person at that network is like, you know what? This looks weird.
No.
We know what IMG is. Especially you're working in high school football, and
No.
dude.
Go ahead, because I got something for you.
You say IMG versus DeMatha. It's like, oh, okay, bet. You understand that game. IMG versus a powerhouse in Texas that got years and NFL prospects and the coach is known. You understand that.
Got you.
Bishop Sycamore, that somehow popped up on the scene, ain't put one dude in college. Mm-hmm. Actually, they do a little bit different. They instead of sending high school players to college, they send college players to high school. That's a Sycamore way.
Yo, look.
Centurions, baby.
Frame it like this, bro.
Huh.
Dropped out. Okay, look. Frame it in perspective, bro. Think about it like this. Even D1, when Michigan lost to
Appalachian State?
did anyone know who Appalachian State was?
I knew them because I was playing college. College football at like 2004 at the time, something like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
But most people didn't know
They were sub level.
Yeah, they were a
sub-division
sub-level
one.
FBS school, but it wasn't like they were someone else.
And that Michigan team was not good that year at all.
It wasn't, and they got beat at the right moment by the right school. Okay, but like a lot of D1 schools, they will schedule a game or two.
Oh my God! Yes,
against an unknown college or university
every year.
They do that.
Nick Saban plays against the military school of Eastern Tennessee.
Yeah, and it's like, who are these guys? Don't matter. Them dudes are just out there and they're just playing fucking football and they'll get stomped. But every year, every single D1 FBF football program schedules at least one or two games against some college or
tune-up
university
game
that you have.
Get the subs in.
That's what they do,
man.
You know what I'm saying? So scale it down to high school. As far as IMG goes, they don't give a damn about Bishop Sycamore.
That was the second time they played him, though.
It's another W for them.
That's it.
That's it, bro. I don't care. DeMatha here in our hometown.
It's homecoming game.
It's another W. Okay? 12 W's versus 11 W's looks better. Period. It based off of numbers. We got 12, 13 wins versus 11 or 12 wins. The wins matter to these big programs. I don't give a damn who Bishop Sycamore is. As far as the high school goes, there's no incentive to research the school. You got players that's going to show up and we're going to play football and it's going to be a W in my column. Cool. Now, ESPN. Now, this all falls on ESPN because Bishop Sycamore had a full season last year.
We gotta start calling him Bishop Sycamore. But for purposes of the podcast, we'll just keep running with it.
You will run with it, but these frauds, the onus falls on ESPN, bro. It is squarely because this was a nationally televised game.
It was.
So why wouldn't you do your research? How many holes did that have to fall through to get nationally televised? There's a whole, like ESPN right now, they're reeling. They're going through all their little processes and figured out how, and I guarantee you, they're like, this will never happen again.
So many Minutemen dropped the ball.
Ooh, a lot
even the announcer of the game, like, hey, they tell you early in the week, hey, you're calling IMG versus Bishop Sycamore. Well, who the fuck is Bishop Sycamore? Never heard of his school. And a very curiosity, be like, I see a play that I don't know. I'm like, oh, that's interesting. Look him up.
True.
or a squad. I'm like, oh damn, let me look them up.
They
Wait,
said they got how many prospects? This going like NFL prospects or
IMG?
No.
Oh, Bishop. They said they had multiple
like
4 and 5 stars.
Yeah.
But they said they actually looked up. So you tell us when they're down 30-0, this information.
You know,
Like, don't clean it up. Don't clean that shit up now. Y'all all got duped.
Exactly.
The worldwide leader in sports.
You got duped. He pulled a fast one. I'm not mad at him. I'm not mad at the coach. I'm not mad at the program. I'm not mad at anyone. I'm only mad that you got beat so badly because if you all would have been competitive, this wouldn't even be a fucking story.
That's true. They would have went out and the game was like, I don't know, 42 to 34 or something like that.
It wouldn't even be a story.
Nah.
It wouldn't. Oh, it was a competitive game.
But I tell people like this, if they would have won, people would have been start looking up at them even more.
Flip side. It would have happened on that side too.
Yeah, exactly. Like, oh shit, they got all these ex-college players. Like, how do you sell that to a 24-year-old? Hey, bro, come play for me. We'll get you on tape.
Well, we seen it in the World Series. Come on, bro. This isn't the first time that ESPN's been duped. Do you not remember the World Series of the
baseball player,
the pitcher?
Yeah,
What, like 2-3 years ago?
he was old.
He was old. It was like for the Dominican Republic.
Right.
He was like 16 at the time.
Just killing these 12-year-olds out
Which
there.
is old in the World Series.
Yeah, I think Little League World Series.
Little League, that's what it was. Little League World Series.
He was old.
Like
ESPN, once again.
Dropped the ball. You would have thought they would have learned then.
You see Miko, ESPN taking a lot of L's lately. Stephen A. getting Max fired off a first take.
Bullshit, by the way.
And he calls in. Like,
Fuck.
bro, you the reason why I'm gone.
Why would you do that? Why fire Max?
Schedule your surgery so you wouldn't have to be there to face.
Why fire Max? I look. Initially, I wasn't really feeling Max, but then as he kind of grew into that role, I'm like, oh, Max is growing, and he's actually offering like good perspectives.
It's different. You got to have some balance when it came to Stephen A. too as well.
And he's such a flamboyant. You got to have someone that mellows him out.
You have to.
That was such a a dick. It was a dick move. Like straight, we're gonna call it what it
like
is.
you trying to fire the man.
So you got rid of fucking Skip first.
Well, Skip left for his own platform.
Well, Skip left because his own platform,
And Stephen A. was he was taking over a little more.
There was a lot that was going into that.
behind
But
the
then
scenes.
boom, then Max comes in. He's learning the ropes.
He tried to get Skip back. Stephen A.
It's not. Why would he leave Shannon? Skip.
Money.
No, it's the Fox Sports one.
They paid him a little bit more.
But you think they can't match what Fox Sports? You think they can't match what ESPN's doing?
Oh, easily.
Fox, come on, bro. So you're not going to tempt him with bread. ESPN, you're taking far too many L's right now. ESPN, get your shit together. You're taking L's right now.
Honestly, ESPN,
pick up me and Ricky right now. We'll be your high school fucking sports researchers. We'll do the work for y'all that apparently y'all not willing to do.
the BNY investigator's been working for a long time. All right, we came up with great results. We've reached out to people that couldn't be reached for comment.
We get it done on this side.
We get it done one way or another. One way or another, we do the research.
Behind the scene connections, man. And not only that, we establish those behind the scene connections.
Oh, for sure. But it's crazy that you and me could do this from where we're at, and the worldwide leader is struggling.
The worldwide leader is struggling. You rude as shit, bro. Don't do ESPN like that. Come on.
The worldwide.
You're going to go in the house right now when we get done with this. You're going to turn on fucking ESPN and you're going to watch their updates. Don't do that. Come on, bro. Look.
I don't need to watch ESPN for updates.
They dropped the ball, but we still going to watch them.
ESPN's this ain't look. This ain't 1992. We don't need ESPN like we think we do.
Oh, wow. You think they may be falling off as a result?
It's just it's more they had a monopoly, but you got FS1, you got so many other conferences with their own networks.
No,
like you don't need ESPN. You got the ACC network, the Big Ten network. Like you just don't need the SEC network.
We got to talk about these fucking these changes too, going from the SEC to I know you know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? We got to talk about these changes one day because that's huge.
It's huge.
Going from the Big Ten to the
we gonna make it official. We'll make it official when it's official.
We got to talk about that one day though.
College football's back.
Shoo!
All right.
Football's back.
Football's back, baby. Yeah, let's go and get out of here. Final thoughts. Wrapping it up.
Man, look, listen to the Donda. Yo, oh my God.
No, we just went mute again. We just went mute again.
Look, final thoughts, man. Look, Donda, if you didn't listen to it the first time, listen to it one time.
It just happened.
If you listened to it once before, listen to it the second time and the third time to get a full grasp of the album. Daniel with the rope ties, bro. You gotta talk, bro. Let's talk this shit out. I need to understand where you're coming from. Bishop Sycamore, keep doing what you do. Keep doing what you do, because I ain't mad at you, man. Fuck these big programs, bro. If you a small program and you coming in with some fire and you can make a little bit of noise, go about it the right way. But do it, man. I ain't mad at Bishop Sycamore. I ain't mad at the coach. I ain't with the... Got a warrant out for his arrest.
It's just crazy you can call somebody. Yeah, exactly. Coach, another thing too as well. The coach got a warrant out for his arrest for all the fraudulent loans he wasn't paying back. We mentioned earlier. This story is just wild. The whole thing will come out eventually. The players need to be interviewed. A Bishop Sycamore parent.
30.
It's a 30 for 30.
Or untold.
It's one thing. It's getting its own. It's a fire festival. This is fire festival level type shit.
It's got it's so one of these fucking streaming platforms have got to pick this up and make a documentary about this.
This is after the coach gets out of jail though.
Yeah, so he can speak on it.
Yeah, he gonna be off that grid. Donda, look, man, I like the production on the album. I enjoy a lot of the tracks. I just would like the Kevin Samuels' voice. The critics and the detractors, just sit down with me. You can play it. I'll play a lot of these tracks, and we see exactly why. I want to get down to the meat. Like, you can't just tell me it's trash. That's not telling me anything.
Yeah.
Tell me. I told you why I enjoyed the album. I told you it's a vibe. I tell you what I think the music does well at. I give you reasons why I think the album is fantastic. Or it ain't fantastic, but I think it's solid.
It's a good album.
Yeah,
it's good.
So I just want to hear more perspective. That's it. And all art is subjective, but I just want to understand your viewpoint. Rope tie, man. You keep selling that shit, you're gonna end up lynching your own business.
Oh, I like that.
Yes, sir.
I see what you did there.
Absolutely. That thing's not going to succeed, and your legacy is going to be you're going to be the man that sold. You're going to be the man that sold nooses to black people in 2021, because that's what you're doing right now. As far as Miko said, you give Don a 6 out of 10, respectable.
That's fair.
Yeah. There's a track scene I didn't like either. The Pop Smoke one didn't even exist. I think that was completely unnecessary.
With the little interlude,
like
the little,
it was just,
yeah.
It was badly mixed. It was just there was music playing behind if you listen to it too. So it was like, Bishop Sycamore, and I'm going to borrow this one. Bishop Sycamore. The initials are BS. All right, I didn't come up with that one, but I thought I'd just promote it.
Wow.
Your school ain't legit. We don't believe you. You need more people. Like a department, a staff, teachers.
Something.
A principal.
Curriculum.
A curriculum.
What are you teaching these kids?
You have no other programs there too as well. You have a basketball team. You got a soccer team. No baseball. And IMG, shame on you two as well for scheduling this shit 2 years in a row. I'd rather you had questions the first year after you played them and you brought them right back again.
Oh, yeah. The Dubs, bro. The dubs are more important.
The 25-year-olds out there playing. The 36-year-old tore his ACL in the game.
This motherfucker's walking off the field and kissing his 2-year-old daughter. Like
with a whole wife.
With a whole wife of 3 years.
He might be late for his factory job. I'm like, hold a second, bro. We got questions.
They're not leaving in the yellow school bus. They're leaving in minivans and fucking sports utility vehicles. Okay, stop playing, bro.
This man said, me and Miko said Milli Vanilli was more believable.
Yeah, it's true.
I mean, at least they were in the booth. I mean, I guess Bishop Sycamore was on the field too as well.
I mean, literally they were.
Oh, that's right. That's hard to me too as well. Milli Vanilli was the head of the music department. Some of that sort.
Yeah, they were the head of the music department.
They had Rachel Dozell, the head of social justice, something of that sort.
It was like, like
or African American history.
History studies and some shit. Oh my God, they had I don't remember his name. The white dude, or no, he's not even white.
King.
Not Stephen King.
No, some King. I forget his name.
But all the memes, y'all been seeing the memes, man.
Oh my God, dude, it's
Bishop
it's been...
Sycamore. With the keys and shit, yo.
Oh man, Bishop
y'all
Sycamore,
wild
baby.
As shit.
They
definitely get a cancel on that one. They get a cancel on that one.
Sean King, there it is. Sean
King. That's what
Sean
it is.
King.
Thank you, Miko. Sean King.
All right, we got that Drake dropping here pretty soon too as well.
Oh, another 20 minutes or so. 15.
I think it's gonna be his best album to date. You said it's gonna be what?
I think you're nuts for saying that shit, but you know what? I digress. We digress.
I got a gut feeling, which means I'm gonna come back and argue for that shit regardless.
Yeah, well, hey, clip this shit. Clip it.
It is what it. Hey, you know what?
DJ Rick Will says it's gonna be his best album yet.
We need more aggressive takes.
PG Jake said, "Fuck that noise. You're nuts, bro."
All right,
you're tripping.
There it is.
It's not going to be.
Hey, I stand by it.
Wow.
I endorse it.
Wow.
Even though I know me no more than the CEO of General Mills. Let's get the fuck out of here, man. God damn it.
Going home, baby.
Shout out to the audio tonight too as well.
Fine. Jesus Christ.
Shout out to y'all too for helping us out with that one.
It'll probably be better than done. Shut up, Miko. What are you talking about?
Hey, outro, take us out. Miko, stay around for this one.
Yo.